What's up guys, I'm filming on the Canon R50 with the 16mm f2.8 and I'm going to be comparing this to the R6. We're going to switch the lenses, we're going to use the 16mm on both and we're going to use the 50mm on both. So you can kind of see how much difference there is between the crop sensor and full frame. I don't think there's going to be much of a difference between the blurry backgrounds, but there's going to be a difference in the cropping. That's a 1.6 times crop of this sensor, so this is going to be a lot wider than that is. I'll try to stand about the same area. So the light is kind of behind me. I'm sort of backlit, but we've got it in HDR PQ. And we're going to be filming both of these in HDR PQ. We're not going to mess with log on this camera because I want it to be a fair comparison. So you'd use this 10-bit HDR mode if you wanted to make everything really bright and punchy. But we're not necessarily going to do that. We're just going to film in it with kind of a flat profile. Alright, so now I'm still on the R50 with the 50mm f1.8 lens. Here we have the 16mm. Alright, so now we're on the 50mm 1.8 lens. There's a really loud air conditioner over there. I moved the 16mm over to the R6 so you can see how blurry you can get the background. On the R50 with the 50mm, it should be a lot blurrier. I can see the aperture is totally open. So yeah, let's switch over to this camera and see how much better it actually is. Alright, so now we're on the R6, the 16mm f2.8, and I'm about the same distance I was away from the camera earlier. I'll have a comparison side by side between these two. Now if I step back, you can see I can get a lot more of me in the frame. On the full frame, it's 1.6 times larger. So the blurry background's probably pretty similar. It's just a wider frame. So let's switch over to the 50mm. Alright, so I'm going to go all the way back. So now I'm on the R6 on the 50mm 1.8. So that's how blurry the background is. I'll do a side-by-side comparison on this one as well. And then there I am a little bit closer. It's possible that it might be a little bit smoother background. I know you're not really supposed to move around too much with this lens because it does get a little noisy. So you really should stay totally still when you're doing talking head shots with this lens. And then it works pretty good. It's a pretty pleasing image, I think. So. Enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.